House be in order. We're going to stand by for just a little bit while additional bills are turned in. House come to order. Introduction of bills and concurrent resolutions. The clerk will read.
House Bill 2566 by the Committee on Taxation, requested by Representative Curtis on behalf of Mike Smallwood and the KCK Chamber. An act concerning sales and compensating use tax relating to sources of sales, providing for origin sourcing for certain sales. House Bill 2567 by Representatives Turk, B. Carpenter, and others. An act concerning veterans and military, establishing the Kansas National Guard Educational Masters for Enhanced Readiness and Global Excellence (EMERGE) program, and the Kansas National Guard Educational Masters for Enhanced Readiness and Global Excellence Program Repayment Fund. House Bill 2568 by Committee on Corrections and Juvenile Justice, request by Heather Sprague Scanlon on behalf of the Justice Action Network. An act concerning children and minors relating to juvenile offenders, the revised Kansas Juvenile Justice Code prohibiting fines, fees, and costs for being assessed against a juvenile or juvenile's parent, guardian, or custodian. House Bill 2569 by Committee on Commerce, Labor, and Economic Development, requested by Representative Titus on behalf of the Department of Health and Environment. An act concerning the Department of Health and Environment relating to child care licensing service contracts, requiring the Secretary of Health and Environment to not renew such contracts and replacing licensing services with state employees, requiring the Secretary to conduct surveys of child care providers relating to the Department's provision of child care licensing services. House Bill 2570 by the Committee on Commerce, Labor, and Economic Development, requested by Representative Tarwater. An act concerning employment security law relating to the definition of benefit year, temporary unemployment, wages, statewide average annual wage, and statewide averages weekly wage, referencing certain new definitions for purposes of the annual determination by the Secretary of the maximum weekly benefit amount, requiring electronic filing of wage reports, contribution returns and payments, and interest assessments for employers with 25 or more employees, establishing minimum qualifications for candidates for membership on the Employment Security Board of Review and initial review of such candidates by the Director of Unemployment, extending when the mandatory combination of rates and the establishment of new account due to a business acquisition must occur from the beginning of the following quarter to the beginning of the following year, making certain changes to the schedules governing employer contribution rates, removing obsolete language pertaining to the Employment Security Interest Assessment Fund, and abolishing such fund, requiring the Secretary to create an audit process within the new unemployment insurance information technology system to permit employers to submit reports regarding work search, the My Employment Reemployment Plan, and claimants who do not provide notification to appear before scheduled interviews, providing for notices by the Secretary to active employers regarding work search non-compliance reporting options, confirming the Legislative Coordinating Council's authority to extend the new unemployment insurance information technology systems implementation date respectively and as often as deemed appropriate by the Council, requiring the Secretary to notify the Council of the need for an extension, authorizing the Secretary to extend temporary unemployment for limited periods upon request by employers, and allowing for additional temporary unemployment when requested by employers engaged in certain industries, requiring the Secretary to annually post on the Secretary's website certain additional calculations and data, changing the timing of employee benefit charge notices from annually to quarterly, removing the exemption for benefit charges less than $100. And I think we have one more. Is that it? I think. This is my chart. We have one, two more. We have two more. Yeah, I need them. House Bill 2571 by Committee on Elections, requested by Representative Wagner. An act concerning elections relating to advanced voting ballots, requiring any such ballots deposited in a remote ballot box be considered provisional until verified by the county election office. House Bill 2572 by Committee on Elections, requested by Representative Wagner. An act concerning elections relating to advanced voting ballots and the return thereof, requiring personal delivery and photographic identification of any person delivering advanced voting ballots on behalf of other voters.
Introduction of original motions and House resolutions. The clerk will read.
House Resolution 6032 by Representative Poskin, Heiberger, and others. A resolution affirming the Kansas House of Representatives' unwavering support for free press in the state of Kansas and directing the Attorney General to make a report to the body concerning the Colorado Bureau of Investigation's inquiry regarding the extent to which the civil rights of any Kansans were violated when certain search warrants were executed in Marion, Kansas on August 11, 2023.
Are there announcements? The Speaker recognizes Representative Riley.
So tomorrow morning, Wednesday morning, we will have our legislative Bible study, 7 o'clock. It's in room 142 South. So we're continuing the study of Daniel. Tomorrow will be the story about the King Nebuchadnezzar and his golden idol, and we'll talk about that. So we would like you to be there, 7 o'clock a.m. So all the constituents and YouTubers out there, come on into the Capitol. We'd like to see you tomorrow morning. Thanks.
Representative Probst. Speaker recognizes Representative Probst.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Yes, thank you. Want to invite everyone to the Lunch with Labor today. It will be from noon to 1 at room 118 North. It's sponsored by the Working Kansas Alliance, and lunch has been provided by Kansas National Education Association. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Speaker recognizes Representative Tarwater.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker Pro Tem. Attention commerce fans, there was a misprint in today's missalette. Commerce is meeting at 1:30 in a joint committee with the Welfare Committee in the old Supreme Court. Same bat time, same bat cave as normal. Also, there's a conference committee on SB 15 at 3:15 in room 144 South, and it's over the intellectual disability bill from last year. Thank you.
Seeing no further announcements, the Speaker recognizes the Majority Leader for motion to adjourn. You adjourn. Hold on. Hold on, Majority Leader. All right. The following committee appointments are going to be changed. So Representative Featherston replaces Representative Wynn on the House K-12 Education Budget Committee until Wednesday, January 31st. Representative Owsley replaces Representative Wynn as the ranking member on House K-12 Budget Committee until Wednesday, January 31st. Representative Vic Miller will replace Representative Woodard on the House Elections Committee on Thursday, January 25th. Representative Owsley replaces Representative Hoagland on the House Welfare Reform Committee on Tuesday, January 23rd. Representative Vic Miller replaces Representative Wynn on the House Federal and State Affairs Committee until further notice. If there's no further announcements, the Speaker recognizes the Majority Leader for motion to adjourn.
Republicans will have caucus meeting tomorrow at 8 a.m. Mr. Speaker, I move the House adjourn until Wednesday, January 24th at 11 a.m.
You've all heard the motion. All those in favor signify by saying aye. All opposed, no. The ayes have it. We are adjourned.